hello, good timers! Welcome to another In the Kitchen with Andy cooking vlog. And today is going to be a Super Bowl special. That's right, it's the Saturday before the big game. And for those of you that love to have chicken wings, guess what? It's your lucky day because we are doing chicken wings today. And I am going to tell you how to make them extra crispy without using a fryer-lator and putting them right in the ovens. Okay, so we are going to do 3 varieties of chicken wings today, and we're going to do dry rubs on all of them. That's going to help keep them crispy here later on. So I've got a barbecue meat rub here. We're going to use that on some of them. Then we've got the buffalo chicken wing rub. And then we've got this unique one, which is everything but the bagel seasoning. So this is what comes on everything bagels, and it's going to give a great crunch to the chicken wings, a nice garlicky flavor to them as well. So those are the 3 rubs that we're going to be using. And then to coat them, we're actually going to be using some baking powder, tapioca starch, and some almond flour. That's going to give them a little bit of a crust on the outside to help them get nice and crispy as well. And we'll tell you a little bit more about the baking powder. That's my secret ingredient here in just a few minutes. But the first thing we're going to have to do is take this about 3 pounds of chicken wings we have here. Gonna have to take these chicken wings and dry them out. That's right, to get crispy chicken wings in the oven, you have to get these wings really, really dry. So I am going to start that process here for you and come back in just a minute. Okay, so as I was saying, guys, the first thing we gotta do is dry off these chicken wings. These have actually been thawing in my refrigerator here for about 3 days now, so they are ready to go here. And the key to crispy chicken wings is to take your time. That's right, this is not going to be a quick recipe. So all we're going to do to start with is we're going to take each individual piece of chicken and we are going to pat it dry with one of these paper towels. Then we're going to stick it on a wire baking rack here and put it back into the fridge for actually probably a couple of hours. The air in the refrigerator will help these dry a little bit as well. Now, sometimes you'll read that you want to rinse your chicken. I don't have any idea why people want to rinse their raw chicken, but if you want to do that, you certainly can. But once again, we're trying to keep the moisture out of these chicken wings, not add more moisture to them, so I'm definitely not going to rinse mine. We're just going to pat them dry. Some of these still have a little bit of ice crystals on it, believe it or not, even though they have been in the fridge for 3 days. But getting them separated here, laid out on the rack, will help them thaw. So we're going to finish doing this up, and then be right back with you to show you what we do next. By the way, did you guys notice my Eli Manning jersey? So Eli Manning obviously was the quarterback of the New York Giants. 4-time Super Bowl champions, I might add. 2 of them thanks to Eli. So we're wearing this shirt today in honor of my New York Giants, who haven't made the Super Bowl for quite a while. But you know what? There's always next year. We'll get Saquon back. We got some great receivers. Danielle Jones is coming on strong. Got ourselves a real head coach finally in Joe Judge. So I'm having some good vibes about next year's Giants team. So for those of you that want to trash talk to me later in the comments, go right ahead. I'm talking to you, Keno Kid, probably, and PJ Slots and Entertainment. I know you guys are the Bears fans and the Redskins fans, but you know what? The Giants are always going to be my team. So win or lose, we stick by our teams. That's for darn sure. Speaking of teams, we get Tampa Bay and Kansas City in the Super Bowl tomorrow. Friggin' Tom Brady. I've had just about enough of him over the past 20 years. So hopefully he wins tomorrow just so he finally retires. Actually, I hope he loses tomorrow and still retires. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not a big Tom Brady fan. I know, being from New England, I probably should be, but that's not how I was brought up. I was brought up correctly to root for the New York Giants, so. Okay, so there we go, guys. I've got the chicken wings all patted dry now, or semi-dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick these actually back into the fridge now for about 2 hours and let them air dry a little bit more. Then after that, I'm going to show you the coating that we're going to use on them, and the coating will actually dry them out a little bit further. So, all right, into the fridge for 2 hours, and we'll see you guys here in a little bit. Of course, I probably should have cleaned out the fridge a little bit so we could fit them in there, but it'll give me 1 second to rearrange. This is what we call proper planning, guys. If you properly plan, you won't have to go through all this. All right, let's see if they fit down here now. And, no, they don't. Okay, so back to reorganizing the fridge. All right, so we've done a little rearranging now, and those wings are going to fit in there, well, almost perfectly. All right, so, yeah, that's all you got to do, guys. let those dry for a little while and sit back, have a beer or two, and we'll come back to those in a bit. All right, guys, so I am just cleaning up the countertop now because, you know, salmonella. So always want to make sure after you've been handling raw chicken, wherever you had it, you wipe everything down real nice and good. But while we're on the subject of chicken wings, I need to get something off my mind here. For those of you that claim you love wings, boneless wings are not wings. The chicken has bones in it naturally. See my wing? It's got a bone in it. So, wings have bones. Boneless chicken wings. They're chicken tenders, people. They're chicken nuggets for adults. So don't tell me that when you go to the store, you need to order boneless wings. No, you're ordering chicken fingers. And if you get it with fries, it's a Happy Meal. So basically what we're going to do is going to start with the baking powder here. We got about 3 pounds of wings here. For each pound, we're going to use about a teaspoon of baking powder. Now the baking powder is going to help to coat these, but more importantly, it's going to help to draw out the moisture that's still in the chicken wings themselves. So it'll help dry them out. We're going to do this probably in 3 separate batches here so we can get the seasonings in there as well. So we're also going to do a 1 teaspoon of this tapioca starch. And tapioca starch does have 9 carbs per tablespoon. So it is a borderline keto. So you want to use it a little sparingly. We're going to do probably 2 tablespoons of that. So this is a teaspoon measure here. So we're going to do 1 more here. So I should say 3 teaspoons of this per batch of wings. And that's going to coat the skin a little bit to give it a little bit of a crunch. And then we're also going to add some almond flour. Same reason, just to give it a little bit of crunch. And we're going to use probably about 1/4 of a cup here on the almond flour. Just sprinkle that right in there. All right. So we're going to start with doing the everything bagel. No particular reason, it's just the first one I grabbed. And give it a little shake here, we want all the stuff in the bottom. So everything bagel seasoning has all kinds of stuff in it. It's got sesame seeds, poppy seeds, dried garlic, dried onion, and salt, which is also good because the salt's going to help dry out those wings also. We're going to use probably, I don't know, 2 tablespoons of that, I guess. Get this out of the way so you can see a little better. So, just going to shake it all up in the bag. And I guess we're going to do probably, I don't know, 10 wings or so for the bagel seasoning, I guess. Then we're going to do a few more of them with the barbecue seasoning, and then a few more of them with the buffalo seasoning. So that's good for the buffalo, and then you're just going to give them a quick shake. Get them coated real nice there. Alright, I'll show you what one of these looks like now. So it's going to look just like that. So you do get a little bit of a coating on there. Just enough. We're going to put it right in the basket. Actually, we probably should spray that basket down first, so when they cook they don't stick. Alright, there we go. So yeah, just right onto the basket. You want to leave a little bit of space in between your chicken wings so when you cook them they have room to breathe and crisp up a little better. Alright, so we're just going to lay those in there like that, give them a little bit of space. You can see that, hopefully. Alright. Then we're going to empty out this bag and do the same exact process all over again with a little bit of the barbecue rub and then a little bit of the buffalo rub. Okay guys, so we're all done breading these chicken wings, and we've got a half batch of buffalo over there. and then another half batch of the dry rub barbecue. So we're just going to put those in the fridge along with the bagel seasoned wings that we already have in there. And they're going to sit there and hang out basically for another couple of hours while the baking soda does its magic and gets some of the excess moisture out of those. So once again, you want them really, really dry before you put them into the oven so they get nice and crispy. So we'll wait a few more hours and then cook them up. Okay, so it's been about another 2 or 3 hours now, actually, and we are going to start cooking these wings. Now, we're going to actually go at about 275 for a good hour or so, and slow cook them, kind of melt that fat away that's in the skin and get it nice and crispy. So about an hour at 275, and then we're going to crank up the heat to about 450 for the last about 20 minutes, and they're going to be coming out nice, crispy, and golden for you. So let's get these loaded up. All right, so in the oven we go here. And for our dressings, I like to use a blue cheese and ranch mix. Now, some of you might prefer ranch, some of you might prefer blue cheese. Those of you that do prefer ranch are wrong. All right, blue cheese is where it's at. So, Walter Raines, I'm talking to you, buddy, that doesn't like blue cheese. That's just blasphemy. But for me, I like to combine the two. So I'm going to make what I call a blanch, which is a blue cheese and ranch mix, and I'll show you how to do that here. So we got a organic ranch mayonnaise that we buy from Thrive Market, which is a organic online keto kind of market. So we get a lot of stuff from there. And then we got some blue cheese here, which is actually Gorgonzola, which is a nice strong blue cheese, which I'm going to mix right into this ranch. 3 tablespoons of this ranch mayonnaise here. Put it in just like that. Now, this ranch mayonnaise is actually pretty thick because, well, it's mayonnaise, so it will be a little bit thicker. If you want to use a ranch dressing, you certainly can do that. I don't have any ranch dressing right now, which is why I'm using the ranch mayonnaise. Then we're going to take some of this blue cheese, just chunk it up right into here. We're not going to worry about the chunks being too big or small because we're actually going to blend all this together here in just a minute with my trusty blender. And I'm going to put quite a bit of blue cheese in here because I love blue cheese. So there we go, just like that. Lost a couple pieces here. All right. Okay, then we're going to hook up our trusty blender here and puree the heck out of this stuff until it's a nice, creamy, dipping consistency. And that's all there is to it, guys. The blue cheese is ground up right in there now. So that'll be great for all the different flavors of wings that we got cooking. Alright, so it's been almost an hour now, and we're going to take a look at these. Now, most people will tell you don't open the, the oven door when things are cooking because the oven's going to cool off. But in this case, we actually want to open that oven door because we want all the steam to escape that's in that oven right now because of the chicken wings. So once again, keeping things dry. You can let this steam escape, the wings will crisp up a lot better. So let's go take a look. As you can see, all that steam coming out of there. And the wings are looking pretty good right now. We're going to leave them in there to keep on cooking for about another 20 minutes or so before we crank up the heat on them, but looking good. Alright guys, the wings have been going now for about 20 minutes on 450, and they are looking pretty damn good. As you can see them right there. But we do got to flip them still one time just to make sure the underside of there crisps up. And as you can see, that's not quite as crispy looking as the other one. So we're going to give them a quick turn, and we're going to put them back in for another 15 minutes. And then they'll be just about done. And alright, good timers. We're looking at about 2 hours later now. About an hour and a half at 275, and then about another half an hour at 450 degrees. And this is your finished product. Made a plate here for Simone, who has arrived here at the house and just got out of work. and I'm so demanding that I wouldn't even let her change first. I told her to just wash her hands up and get in here and try my chicken wings because I'm hungry. And there she is. Okay.
Ooh.
Careful, they're probably going to be a little hot.
Yeah, what do we got here? What's this one?
That's either barbecue or buffalo. It's hard to tell now if they've cooked.
I'll probably be able to tell.
I can tell you which one
this one's everything.
The everything bagel seasoning is. Yep.
Okay.
And that is blue cheese and ranch mix.
Yes, Blanche.
Yep.
All right. Ooh, crispy. Crispy.
I can hear the crunch.
Mm-hmm. Oh good.
All right, guys, there you go. You can hear the crunch. So I will put those up against any fried chicken wing ever. So equally as crispy. Just remember, got to keep them dry the whole time. And it does take a little while. This took about 4 or 5 hours to dry in the fridge, and then it took about 2 hours to cook them. But it was well worth the wait, especially for pickles who didn't have to do anything except for taste them. So, but yes, hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Hopefully, you guys will get a chance to maybe cook some wings here for the Super Bowl. And if not, then you can certainly cook them anytime because they make for great leftovers as well. They're good cold, they're good hot, and they're just good all around. Which leads me to my next thing.
I agree. 2 thumbs up. Wait.
2 thumbs up.
Two legs up.
2 legs up. There you go. 2 legs up.
2 wings up. Ooh,
We're gonna have a little. I'm gonna be serving it a little bit with some spinach. And yeah, we're gonna go eat. So thank you for joining us, guys. And we're gonna do a real vlog here in a couple of days about some local sites here. So look forward to doing that. And we will see you guys later. Enjoy the big game. See ya.